there.
But getting there.
Right, I agree totally. I see myself. We're going to see if people can see you. I'm going to turn this around so you can see Brittany. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, what's up, Facebook?
Here's the mouse, just in case you need.
Where's my camera at? Down here?
It's.
Hey, there we go.
There.
I think I found it.
There's the mouse in case you want to close or open or whatever. Cool. I don't know how to work it very well.
So I'm in charge, is what you're telling me.
That's right.
Sweet.
Yeah. You're totally in charge.
Uh-oh.
Has any venue ever said that to you?
I just assume I am everywhere I go.
There you go. You just take charge.
Yeah.
All right. This is just for. I got to talk a little louder now because I'm across the room. This is just for your songs and stuff.
Cool.
I don't use it too much, but it shuts off automatically on me, so every once in a while I have to restart it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Holy cow. We're 12 minutes in already. We haven't even asked you a question. Well, I guess I did ask you a couple questions. Anyway, welcome, Brittany, and I'm really excited to have you here. You've got a brand new album out.
I do.
And it's not even available yet.
No, it is not till the 29th.
Not even for download?
No. I pre-order. There is a pre-order option, but yeah, as far as like getting your hands on it, you know what I'm saying?
You know what, people?
Hey, right
I
here.
got one. I got one.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
So, I'm special, I guess. Yeah. So, this is all original stuff?
All original, yep. 5 tracks. It's my first EP ever, so I have one single out right now. But it was just me and an acoustic guitar, and I've since then gone electric, so it's more of a full band thing. So it's kind of exciting. It's something I've never done that before. So
somehow I stumbled across you when you put out your first single. Was that like a year?
That's actually, it's been a little while ago. 2019 is when I started in May, and I think it was like at the end of May.
Okay.
And that same year, I believe it was November when I dropped that single. So 2019 was the first.
Then shortly after, everybody knows what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So not too long after that, that's when I decided I was going to quit my job to pursue music full time.
Really?
That was a great decision. No, it actually was a good decision.
Well, that's good. You know.
Crazy decision, but
you never know until you try it. So.
Exactly.
But yeah, so you're still going after those nasty 2 or 3 years or whatever it's been.
It feels like it's been forever, right?
It sure does.
Oh man, glad that's behind us.
Anyway, brand new stuff, and before you did your solo stuff, you worked as a duo with your husband, right?
Yes. Yep.
And let me see here. The Street Vine?
The Stress Vine.
The Stress Vine.
Yes, the Stress Vine.
The Stress Vine. See, it could just be my spelling. I'm not a very good speller. The Stress Vine, and you were based out of Oskaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
And did you tour, or did you...
We played mostly local. Yeah. We hadn't gotten out too far yet before I broke off and did solo stuff. So, yeah. So we'd done that for a handful of years, and came out with a single and that kind of stuff. And it felt like we were getting going with that. And then my husband got he has severe migraines, and so yeah. And they just are one of those things that, like, when they're there, they're really bad, and you just can't do anything about them. So, he decided he was just gonna take a break from music, and he said, keep going, go as far as you can. So I said, all right.
Well, that's tough to deal with. My wife has migraine.
Oh, they're the worst.
It's like they're immobilizing. I mean, it's like, oh.
Yeah, no, I really feel for people that go through that, because like I've had headaches. I've never had migraines. Right. And I'm just like, pop an ibuprofen, you'll be fine. He's like, oh, that's not how this works. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's a lot more intense than that.
Really tough.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, I feel for him.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There's somebody writing something here on Facebook. You're on, and I'm listening.
All right.
Hey, Mallory. You're on and I'm listening. Well, good. I'm glad you're listening. Is that from Mallory or from Doc? I don't know. They're probably both listening. Well, good. We're glad you're listening, guys. We're really happy about it.
Very cool.
So the Stress Vine, did you do original music or?
We did, yeah. We had some original music. There's actually a song that I wrote that we played like once that's actually on my EP.
Really?
Yeah, and it was kind of funny. Like we played it once and like nobody was into it, so we just like stopped playing it. And then when I started playing it, like I changed a little bit of things and like okay, now they were more into it. So I was like, okay, I'll cut that one. But yeah, it was kind of funny when we first started doing that, and I was like, I don't think people are into this, you know?
Oops. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
So did you write together then to put that out? Or?
Yeah, we did together, and we've done separate. On that song, that was me. And then, yeah, the stuff that, a lot of things that we did in that group, it was from him, and then I would kind of add a little bit here and there, but there weren't as many of my songs in that kind of thing. I think we kind of had kind of different genres in a way. He's like a lot more folky, singer-songwriter,
Gotcha.
you know, kind of that old school, I feel, you know, like he might listen to this and be like, oh, she's painting me totally wrong, you know, but, you know, he's like
You're giving him a headache.
Yeah, probably, I probably do, but like that Willie Nelson style, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, a little more raw and that type of stuff, but I kind of do a little bit more of a pop rock type thing.
More polished.
Yeah, I suppose. Yes, like a nice wine.
Nice. So you were singing before you met your husband?
Yes. So I've been in several bands like throughout high school and college, and just kind of doing that for a long time. So, gosh, I don't even know, 08, 06, 08, something like that. So I've been jumping around doing different things in music for a long time.
Well, that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And so how did you meet?
We met through music.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Is that how you met? So
yeah. Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like we had been in different bands and stuff, and we'd seen each other play. Like we both kind of grew up around Ottumwa. So he didn't grow up in Ottumwa, but he raised a lot of heck there. I don't know what I can say on air, but
heck is acceptable.
Heck is acceptable. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. So. Yeah, so he did cause a lot of trouble in Ottumwa, but yeah, he was in some bands there, and we kind of seen each other for like the span of 2 years, but we'd never actually talked to each other, but we were both kind of like, hey, you know, how are you doing? You know, so he was a bass player in a band, and they were like this punk kind of, you know, raw rock type stuff, and so I was into that, so I was watching them play and stuff, and but yeah, we met. Through a show that we were both playing at a place called Flipside. It was like a tattoo and piercing joint or whatever, and so that's when we actually officially met and exchanged phone numbers and just never skipped a day of talking after that. So
Gotcha. Well,
yeah,
that's you know, that's the one thing. There are people who are, I don't want to say guided, but I guess that's the word what I'm thinking, but they're guided to each other through music, and then there are people who come together and have no idea that either one of them play music or anything, and then they start playing music together. But I think it works better if you know right from the start, oh, I'm into music. Well, I don't like your kind of music, but
yeah, I guess you'll have that too. Fortunately, we like each other's styles, but
well, that helps.
That does help.
Well, so when you first got together, or first met each other, and you started dating, I assume, and
yeah, it took us a few months. You know, we just kind of talked back and forth for several months, and then started dating after that.
And then did you start playing together fairly quickly, or not?
So funny story about that. Yeah, we would not sing in front of each other. Like we tried. I don't know why. It's like, okay, we can go sing in front of like a bunch of strangers, but not to each other. I think it's just like we just cared too much what the other one thought. So.
Right. Okay. Got that.
So it took a little while, but yeah, it took until after we got married. Yeah. So we just joked that like, hey, we finally got our act together, you know.
Okay, we're married now. We don't care
exactly.
what you think.
Yeah, that's really what that was.
So, This new release, you said, is your very first recording?
It's the very first EP I've done. So yeah, otherwise I just have a single that's out.
Did you record them at the same place, or?
No, different places. So there's somebody in Des Moines that I worked with the first time. So it's Speed of Sound Studio. I think you might be changing the name, but Misha there did my first recording, and it was just me and my acoustic guitar, and I even used the acoustic as my drums for it. And it wasn't quite enough, so he like threw some change against a wall to like make a kind of sound. So yeah, there's some kind of goofy stuff on that, but it's a good song. I like it. It's called Thinking of You. I wrote it about my husband, but yeah, so it's kind of a almost R&B style singer-songwriter coffee house vibe. And then this, totally flipping it on its head, and with the Colors release of my EP, it's a lot more like rock and poppy kind of sound.
The single, Thinking of You, that's where I first discovered you, and I don't even remember how I came across it, but I came across it somewhere. And I remember I emailed you or something and said, yeah, is it okay if I play your song? And you said, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'll do that. So, then you took a separate path, from performing together, and then you decided, how long after your first song did you decide to do a whole EP?
Okay, so it was during the pandemic. So Travis Atkinson at Strange Bird, who recorded this EP, he reached out and he was like, hey, I want to help you out because I know like shows aren't going so great right now for anybody. Right. But yeah, he was like, I want to cut a couple songs for you, like for free. He was just going to do 2 of them.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So I didn't have anything really prepared, because I'm just like, okay, going to go in and record out of nowhere. And, it's just been me and an acoustic guitar or an electric guitar now. For such a long time that I was like, I hadn't really thought about how do I want the drums to sound, what do I want the bass to do, like I hadn't thought about all of these different things. And so I went in and recorded with a drummer that I knew, who plays in a really awesome band called X-Ray Mary from Ottumwa. Huge fan of them, they're pretty cool. So their drummer, he came in and we cut a couple of things together, but they didn't make it on the album because I was like, well, I was playing acoustic at the time, and just totally changed how the songs actually are played after a while. So like I didn't actually finish all of the tracks on that. So fast forward a year later almost, and now I've got my drummer Daniel Thatcher. So he comes with me a little more regularly, and so he and I kind of worked out some different things and made the songs what we wanted to be. So I told Travis, I said, hey, you remember those 2 songs that we did like a year ago that we didn't actually put out? And he's like, yeah. So I said, I want to do 2 or 3 more and add those 2 back in, and we'll kind of rework them. And he's like, okay, cool. So we came down and got those going. But the cool thing was I didn't have any funding for it, like myself. You know what I mean? I'm like, I hadn't been playing shows, I had been playing some, but not very many places were open, Right. So I didn't have a whole lot stashed away in the bank, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, how am I going to do this? And I just reached out to my fan base and was just like, guys, this is what I want to do. Can you help me out? And they within like a few days had raised enough money to get the EP cut. So.
Through crowdfunding or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I just did it on my own. I was going to go through like, Kickstarter or Indiegogo or something like that. And I was just like, you know what? I don't understand these platforms. Here's a link. You guys can just send it there.
It can be a little intimidating when you're trying to work with something you've never done before. It's like, what's this?
Yeah. It's a lot. You have to sit down and really educate yourself.
Well, that's pretty amazing that you were able to do that on your own.
Yeah.
It really is. That's wow.
Yeah, it was a humbling experience. It was very cool.
Sounds like it. That's great. Wow. So your whole CD is funded through the crowdfunding type thing?
Everything. So the recording, mixing and mastering, even the licensing and distribution and everything. So they were able to get me enough funds to get the entire thing out, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
I have amazing people.
So your sound now compared to what you were doing with your husband, what's the differences? Are there differences? Or?
I would say so. I think I've got maybe 2 or 3 songs that kind of have that folky vibe. But for the most part, it's definitely more of a rock, alternative pop, indie kind of style, which we were more like indie folk, Americana type stuff. So it's a lot more acoustic-y sounding and stuff. And then when I found the electric guitar, I was like, ooh, here we go. That's fun.
This is what I want.
That's what I like.
So you want to do a song for us?
I will, yeah.
What are we going to hear?
So I'm going to play Down for you. So Down is the last track off of the EP. I want to know what the truth is. I'm terrified to let you in. Maybe I don't want to lose my pride. I beat myself up too much inside. If there's a light at the end, we'll make it. Scared as hell, but I'm gonna say it. I'm jumping in with you. Don't wanna tell the truth and let you see. Let the darkness keep you from loving me. Down. Don't wanna let you down. How much it means to say just what we're feeling. Don't wanna tell the truth and let you see how much you don't need me. Down, don't wanna let you down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good. Oh, I mean, it's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
Didn't want the gamers getting mad at us.
I know about those. Got let in on the secret there.
Yeah. Well, I like that a lot.
Thank you.
So you wrote that solo?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you ever take anything to your husband and say, I'm having a little trouble here. What do you think I should do? Or,
Sometimes,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Usually,
he works in there with you.
a little bit, yeah. Sometimes, most of the time it'll be like I'm writing songs at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then the next day I'm like, hey, I wrote a song last night. He's like, okay, let me hear it.
Well, that's one of the good things is that you're both musicians, and he can help out if you ask, or if he might have a suggestion that you didn't ask him for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how it works between you.
I think,
but, you know.
yeah, I think we both know not to step on the toes.
Yeah, well, that's great. I really like that. You know, that you're able to work together, and he doesn't interfere,
Yeah,
so to speak. You
right.
know? Because you have a direction that you want to go, and somebody else might pull you a different direction. Like, well, I don't really want to do that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been nothing but supportive. It's pretty cool.
That's great. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Corey.
Corey. Good job, Corey. Good job.
He's the best.
I got a question. Now, you used to play out as a duo.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you're a solo, do you find a difference in the way you're treated by the venues or other people, or?
I mean, I have in the past. I think I have a little bit more of a confident. I think it's the walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a certain way you got to hold yourself.
Okay.
But yeah, there's definitely been times that people look at the pedal. Like, I have a huge pedal board that I made and I bring to my shows, and it has all this, like, you know, people look at it like, man, that's a light show. I'm like, yeah, I got a problem. But I love my pedals, my guitar pedals. So. I have had people ask me, like, you sure you know how to use that because I'm a chick, you know? And I'm
Right,
like, you know, just give me a couple minutes and I'll show you.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you don't take no crap.
I don't, man.
It's like, you know, things have changed. I mean, I remember years ago, I'm talking, you know, well, I might be a little older than you, but just a little. Yeah. I was in my 30s by the time you were born. So, anyway, I remember years ago, some fabulously talented women would just get stomped on from people, and I think, what are you doing? You know, and I'm not talking about necessarily, sometimes the audience too, but not necessarily the audience, but venue owners and stuff. And it's like, geez, you know, you're paying them to be here. You should have some respect for them. You know, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
Have you found that that since you started playing and now, is there a big difference in the way women are treated or not?
I feel like it's gotten better. I mean, for myself, but I don't know. Again, it could just be that my confidence level has gone up, and just, you know, when people see you present yourself a certain way, they just immediately like, okay, I can't push this person around, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah, I've had people, like, you know, try not to pay me, or they didn't pay the amount that we'd agreed upon, and that type of stuff. And I'm like, those places, just don't come back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, unfortunately, that still happens to not only women, but bands in general.
Yeah.
Like, people, I don't understand their thinking, you know. They think, oh, it's just a band. We don't have to worry about them. You know. Well, yeah, but first of all, they're people, you know. You should have respect for everybody and, you know, follow through with what you promised. It's like, man. Anyway, we got to take a break. Sorry.
All right.
Get off my pedestal. We got to take a little break, and we'll be right back with more live stuff from, I almost said Corey. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, Corey. With Brittany Sword here live in this KMCN studio on Midwest Revue Live, brought to you by The Block That Rocks, Savannah, Illinois.
Classic Body Works, Clinton's go-to full-service auto body shop.
We're about one and the same,
We've
him
been
and
doing
I.
auto for 20 years. Our state-of-the-art facility and certified technicians can repair all makes and models. From potholes to parking lot mishaps, we don't
I'm gonna
only
see if I
restore
can
your
share
vehicle,
the
but we also restore
Facebook
your
Live.
peace of mind. Stop in today for a free
I was trying to
collision
figure out if I
estimate,
could
or
do that
call
on my
to schedule
page.
a wheel alignment or oil change. 563-243-2688. Again, that's 563-243-2688.
See, I don't know anything about phones.
KMCN Iron and Metals in Savannah, Illinois is family owned. They are open
My
Monday
wife
through
has a
Friday,
phone, but I don't.
and Saturday,
He
8
could
to
have it.
11:30. For commercial,
I got enough with the computers.
I know, yeah.
$100
The
for
tech
vehicles
stuff.
that are complete and weigh over 3,000 pounds. KMC Iron and Metals delivers to Clinton and surrounding areas. They offer competitive pricing and top prices paid. Just pull into the facility and they will unload your scrap for you. For more information,
I wonder if they're not friends with you on Facebook, if they can still watch or not.
The weather is brought to you by Sure Shot and the Odd Shot. Sure Shot is
That's
your
probably,
one-stop shop for all your outdoor
that
hunting.
could be, if you're not friends
They
with
have
me,
the area's largest
that's
selection of
probably
firearms
why I
and
should
accessories.
carry
They
it
have over
on
200 firearms to choose
the
from.
Midwest
Next
Revue
door,
page.
visit the Odd Shop, the store that carries yesterday's treasures at today's low prices.
Oh, I got a
Here's your
text from
forecast
somebody
for the
saying they're
next
listening
94.7
in.
Wild Rose Casino.
Somebody
Weather Center.
is.
Overcast skies tonight with a low of 43. Winds out the west, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun tomorrow. High temperatures reach up to 49. Lows level off around 29. Tomorrow night, mainly clear skies and quiet. Bright sunshine expected Tuesday with daytime highs approaching 54. 58 Wednesday. I'm weatherology meteorologist Paul Trombley.
And I'm Billy Rose. You're listening to Midwest Revue on MAC FM 94.7. It's coming to you from the Wild Rose Casino and Hotel Studio on the very top floor of the MAC building. I hope you didn't mind all the stairs. We're 13 stories high up here above the cornfield, so yeah, no elevator either, so
Right.
I apologize for that.
Good exercise.
Midwest Revue is brought to you by The Block That Rocks, Savannah, Illinois. Thank you, Jerry. We appreciate it. So, I'm lying to people. You realize that, huh? You realize that, but most people don't. But I am a liar, Doug. I'm sorry. Let me see. Where am I on my sheet here? Oh! Do you know Mike Mancata by any chance?
I don't.
Okay, he's a country singer. Originally from out near Cedar Rapids. Now he's living in the Quad Cities. I just saw him perform the other night, Friday, I guess? Friday or Saturday? Friday. And he was saying, he told a story. He lived in Savannah, Illinois for a while. And Jerry Gendro owns like a block long of buildings, and he has venues in each building. Anyway, Mike lived upstairs, and Jerry told him when he moved in, he goes, now, you might have some problems because this place is haunted. And Mike says, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, you know. I never really believed in ghosts, but okay, if you say so. And he said he had some of the weirdest experiences in that building.
Where is that
ever. Over in Savannah, Illinois.
Ooh.
And he said, but the good thing about it is I got some pretty darn good songs out of it. So I was wondering, is there any place that you like to go, or maybe you don't like to go, but have inspired some good writing for you?
Every time I go to Colorado, I want to write, usually, folky songs, getting in the mountains and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of ideas when you're just traveling. I think that, your mind is off of other things and you're just kind of like, it's wandering a lot. So yeah, usually just driving long distances and seeing cool things.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. At least, you're not sitting there trying.
Yeah.
I think that's harder sometimes when you're, okay, I got to do this by 5 o'clock. Okay.
Right. Some interesting things can happen when you do it that way. Like, yeah. Oh, I didn't intend for that to happen, but I think that sounded cool. Because, yeah, I've definitely done that where I'm like, okay, I'm going to write a song today, and then you sit there. But no, so usually when I intend to write a song, I usually will write something. Whether it is a good or not, I don't know.
Right.
But
he also told a story about his ex-wife, and he said, the song, it turned out beautiful, and he said, I really like it, but I couldn't make it about her, even though it is. But he said, she has green eyes, so I wrote blue eyes.
Gotta make the distinction.
So I didn't want to give her that green eye thing. I'm not going to give it to her.
That's funny.
So are your songs personal to you?
Most of them, yes. Yeah, especially the ones on this EP. They're all about something, that's happened or whatever. So, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let me see. I'm thinking, people, just in case you couldn't tell.
You need some thinking music.
Do you have a favorite song to perform, or?
Oh, that's a tough one because I'll do like 3-hour gigs, so it's like almost about 50 songs. So there's a lot of good ones in there that I like. I really like playing like my own, like the Colorblind song is a lot of fun, and the opener that we usually play is called Higher that I wrote, and those are fun. As far as covers go, I don't know. I don't have my list of songs in front of me. I forget how many I do,
Right, yeah. Free bird!
Right, yeah. I do still hear that sometimes.
Oh, that just drives me nuts. I'm sure it drives musicians nuts too. It's like, oh, shut
Yep,
up.
heard that one at least a million times.
Higher. You didn't put that on the CD?
I didn't. I have about 15 or 16 songs that I've written that didn't make it on there. You know, financials, you know, you had to like, okay,
Right,
I can do 5. And then it was, what 5 do you do, you know?
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
How do you decide what not to put on? Or is it just that it's the flow, or?
Sometimes it's that, yeah. Sometimes it's like, do these songs fit together? Are they telling a story together? Like, because I didn't write all of these in the intention to have like a flow of a story that goes on, but yeah, I did try to find some common threads between each. So yeah, so the title Colors, I write a lot of lyrics with colors depicting emotion and things like that. So I just chose some of the songs that I have those lyrics in to kind of fit in with that idea.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so, and they all kind of, I think they fit together well.
Nice. Okay, I'm getting a complaint here.
Oh. See, I'm watching the chat. Are you in the chat?
No, this came across my messenger.
Oh, gotcha.
She says, wow, she loves to play her own songs. Imagine that. Can we hear something? Okay, Mallory. See, she's one of those demanding people.
Hey, I was going to say, she sounds like somebody who doesn't take any crap, you know?
Yeah.
I like her.
You know her, obviously, yeah. Okay, so what do you got for us now?
Oh, is that my Molly?
No, this is Mallory.
Mallory. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, Mallory? I can't see any of the chat. Oh, it's you said it's through the messenger. I see. All right, so we want to hear something?
Yeah.
All right, how about Colorblind? This is off of the EP as well.
Okay, we got Brittany Sword live here in the KMCN studio. Take it away, Brittany.
All right.
Excuse me. I need one of those lozenges. Yeah, well, good stuff.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
It's
I
good
gotta
stuff.
say that.
A lot of good stuff.
Oh, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking over on that song there because I don't know what I did, but my voice is... Yeah. Do you sing in the shower?
Yeah.
Do you? When you sing in the shower, do you just sing or do you perform?
Yeah, there might be some dancing that happens.
All right, I just wondered.
It's a big enough shower, you know. I can bust some moves.
Yeah. Singing and performing in the shower. Nice.
That's where I do my best performances. I don't sell tickets to that one, though.
Wow. There we go. There you go. There's a video for you. Just, you said you have a lot of stuff on YouTube, is that?
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
So performances solo and with your husband?
With my my backing band. And then
Okay.
with the Stress Fine, yeah, we have quite a lot of videos on there too.
Okay.
Yep.
So are you going to tour
I would like to. That's the hope.
with, with the band or
that would
solo?
That would be what I'd like to do. You know, the more shows that I can do with a band, the better. Because they're just, you know, it just elevates the whole experience. And I'm more about, you know, putting on a show, and that's kind of what I like to do. So I do like the singer-songwriter, you know, acoustic guitar coffee shop thing, but I haven't been doing that for a little while. So I'm kind of digging the, you know, the drums and the bass and all that kind of stuff too. It's
the only
fun.
problem is it's more expensive when you have a band.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So that's what I've got to kind of factor in is like, okay, you know, it's one thing for me to sleep in the back of my car if I got to
Right.
travel too far. You know, it's another thing to find a, you know, place for two other people to
You
sleep.
wake up with a foot in your
Exactly.
face.
Why does my back hurt so bad? Your knee's been in it all night.
When you sit down and listen to music, who do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of indie bands,
Yeah.
so like Hippocampus, Young the Giant are some of my favorite bands. Blocks is another one. Walk the Moon. There's a lot of guys like that I like to listen to.
So you have shared writing duties with your husband
Mhm.
at times. So other times just alone. Is there anybody out there you would love to sit down and write a song with?
If I could choose anybody, I would choose Jimmy Page.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow! Yeah. Such depth there.
Oh,
I
my
mean, when you
gosh.
think about the past and the present, and oh, wow!
The life experience alone. But I mean, the
Yeah,
way that
for
they
sure.
wrote music, it was just like you were going on a journey. You weren't just listening to
Oh,
a song.
man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm a huge Jimmy Page fan.
Did you like his Yardbird stuff or
Yeah, you know,
way
it's,
back?
yeah, it's good.
You know, you think about it, the Yardbirds at one time had Jimmy Page and Jeff Beck as their guitar
They
players.
had Jeff Beck there too.
Yeah.
Dang, that would have been
together.
not
in
at the same time.
I
Oh,
thought, what?
wow.
Man, that
That's
just blows your mind when you think about
Yeah,
it.
I did not know that. That's incredible.
Yeah, oh man, when he first started, he I can't remember who it was. The bass player said, you know, one of those moods where I'm not playing it now, and
Being a diva as they are.
yeah, Jimmy
Just
Page
joking,
says,
bassists.
"Oh, I'll play bass." What? You will? Yeah. So he played bass, and I watched the video. I can't remember what it was, like a half hour. You know, in those days they did 5 or 10 songs in a half hour. You know, quick, no talking or anything. Just here we go. And he just rocked that bass. And it's like, wow,
Wow.
it's crazy.
I never would have thought to hear him on bass before. That's
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look that
well,
up.
I can't remember what the video was called, but I saw it on YouTube. I thought, whoa, that's
Wow.
really cool. And Jeff Beck on lead guitar is like, wow, does it get any better? Oh, man, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Jimmy Page, you'd like to write with?
Mhm.
Is there anybody, dead or alive, that you would like to sit down and just talk about music with?
Dang, I wish they would ask me that first because I would have
Jimmy?
chose Jimmy Page.
Well, that could be the answer.
That could be the
Yeah.
answer. Gosh, there's so many good musicians. Like
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
thing, and then there's just more coming. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Mozart would be kind of interesting.
Wow.
Or Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky's my favorite.
See, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh no, I'm into opera too. I'm into all of it.
You know, years ago, Mick Jagger got sued for stealing a song from somebody, and in court they put him on the stage or on the stand and were asking him questions about. And he said, "Okay, when you're at home listening to music, what do you listen to?" And he goes, "Classical music." And they go, "Wait, what? What?" And he said, "I don't listen to rock and roll when I'm at home.
Oh, that's funny.
I listen to classical music." And they go, "Oh, they were trying to prove the point where he heard our song, and that didn't work."
He didn't give it to him.
No, he didn't steal from you. He stole from Beethoven. Mallory's probably getting angry. Can we do
Sorry,
another
Mal.
song and then we have to take a break again?
We can do that. Let me think about this one. I'll do another one from the EP. This is called "Set Me Free." This one's kind of about almost like that somebody crosses you once, shame on me. That's why shame on you. But yeah, so it's kind of about forgiving yourself when that happens, because it happens. You give people a shot,
does,
and then
yeah.
it's like, oh, shot myself in the foot again. So
Yeah.
you just have to move on and learn to live with yourself again. So it's called "Set Me Free."
That, ladies and gentlemen, is good stuff. Brittany Sword live in the KMCN studio on Midwest Revue Live. Good stuff. I like that.
Thank you.
And it's so true. Oh,
Yeah.
you kick yourself. Why did I do
Yeah.
that? I should have known better.
Why'd I believe him? Again. Hey, Amber. I'm watching the chat. Hey, if you're listening, you want to see video, go to Facebook.
We got to take a little break, and we'll be right back to see if we can squeeze out one more song.
Play everything.
LPI Loans is now in our new location
Oh,
at
man.
105 6th Avenue North, Suite A, located right behind Jenny's Diner. You will get the same great service, same great people, but a new great location. We look forward to servicing all your loan needs.
That darn thing was off, so I don't know
Oh.
how much I missed.
242-8800. Visit us online at lpiloans.com or come by our new office. At LPI Loans, we help you get to yes.
I hope the levels are okay. I never know. You know, when I'm on, because I'm like, oh, is the guitar too loud? Or,
It usually sounds pretty good from what I've seen anyway, you know.
good.
I try to notice and I'll adjust it a little bit here. Usually I don't have to do
Just like that, you're ready to go on the day of the sale. Prairie Lumber, 9 and 15 Second Street in Fulton. The weather is
Now that I said that, everybody was like, I couldn't hear you.
How's everybody doing on Facebook? Can they hear us on Facebook
Yeah,
during the breaks and
it
stuff?
should be, yeah.
All right. What's up, people? Sounds great. Good. Glad to hear
Here's
it.
the forecast for the MAC 94.7 Wild Rose Casino Weather Center.
Thanks for tuning in, Amber.
43 tonight under overcast skies. Winds out the west, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Highs level off around 49 tomorrow. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Mainly clear skies and quiet tomorrow night. Lows level off around 29. Temperatures a bit below.
If I got a guitar in my hands, I can't put it down. I just start messing around. I got to stop myself because when we start talking, I'm like, oh, don't play it.
And I'm Billy Rose. You're listening to Midwest Revue on MAC FM 94.7. It's good stuff coming from Amber.
That's what we just said, Amber.
See, I listened to you and I shouldn't. Oh, Brittany Sword. That's what I meant to say. You're listening to MAC FM, coming to you from the Wild Rose Casino and Hotel Studio, and brought to you by the Block That Rocks, Savannah, Illinois. And whew, I got that all out of the way, and I only made one mistake, I think. Anyway, Brittany, I really want to say thank you to you for coming and entertaining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. This has been great. It's been a lot of fun.
It's always fun for me to bring people in live. And for Mallory, I know we didn't get enough singing. Gotta take what you can get, Mallory. Anyway, we got time for another song if you want to do it.
All right.
It's 6:59, so if you can do it in 30 seconds.
30 seconds? This will be a quick one.
I'm kidding. My boss knows that I go long, and he doesn't ever complain. So I'm
Hey,
lucky.
he's a good
that
boss.
way.
Good
Yes,
boss.
definitely. So, first of all, do you have anything coming up? Any shows or anything you would like to plug? Or?
I do. This Friday is my CD release party, so that will be at the Oskaloosa Art Center in Oskaloosa. But yeah, so they have a stage. It's called the Outer Space, so that's where I'll be playing from 7. We'll start playing the music about 7:30, but the doors open at 7. Free show. I'll have some champagne to toast
cool.
toast the release. You know, it's probably going to be a lot of people there that supported the EP, so I'm pretty excited to celebrate with
great,
them.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's the one I'm most looking forward to. There's also some other shows. So if anybody's interested to see where I'm going to be playing, they can just go to my website. It's BrittanySword.com or Facebook. Everything social media is Brittany Sword Music, but my website is BrittanySword.com.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's good to know. And your single was available for a download?
Yes. So
And
I do
all-
have I have a Bandcamp, or wherever you find music, you
Okay.
can find me there. So it's just Brittany Sword. But yeah, Thinking of You is already out. It's been out for a little while, and then this one is going to be dropping on Friday, so you can get your hands on that, stream it.
Friday. For you people, I have already got my copy.
The only one, no. My family did get a couple, so.
So I'm not the only one. Oh, now I feel.
Oh, hey Tracy.
Well, that's good. Okay, I'm really happy to hear that. And best wishes for you. I hope you sell a bunch.
Thank you.
You sell out and have to order more.
I hope so.
And are you going to make it downloadable?
Yes.
On different formats, or?
Yeah, so if anybody wants to download a copy, they can go to my Bandcamp, and it's Bandcamp/Brittany Sword. So you can find it there, and there's a booklet too. So if you open up the CD, there's going to be like lyrics in there and some special photos and a special thank you in there too. So if you download it, you can also have that as your as a copy as well. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, it's kind of cool.
So we got one more song coming.
All right.
What's it going to be, Brittany?
I'm going to play Johnny. So this one is not out yet. I do have plans to record it hopefully soon. I'm thinking it's going to be more of like a Hosier type style with stringed instruments and that kind of thing. So yeah, I want like cello and different things in there and some backup
A
singers.
little more involved.
Yeah. So I've got to make sure I've got the right people on board and all that stuff. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I'd love to do that.
Anything besides piano and guitar?
Okay, so speaking of cello, though this is kind of a funny story. So you know how most kids might hide some things from their parents that they shouldn't be having. I really, really wanted a cello, and my dad was like, "No, we're not buying a cello." And I was like, "Well, I have a job, so I'm gonna go and rent a cello." And I hid it under my bed. I tried to learn it by myself. It didn't go so well, so I gave it back. I hid it for like 2 months.
Check under your kid's bed.
There might be cellos under there, and God knows what.
All right. Let's see. Johnny, did you say?
Johnny, yep.
Okay. Brittany Sword live in the KMCN studio on Midwest Revue Live. It's all yours.
Okay.
Johnny, right into the dark of night. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Still, Johnny, still, just like my heart you will. I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone. Just like a wanted man, you take what you need and run. My Johnny's gone. Love, Johnny, love, like you did when we were young. Don't fade, don't take your love away. Wasn't ready to let you go, but I know the call of the road. She takes you by the hand away, and here I'm left to stay. You're the coldest soul I know. I'll be your warm and faithful glow. So please don't leave me yet. The shadow you won't admit will chase you down until you hit your bottom, Johnny. I know the world is calling your name, but I say it just the same. Oh, Johnny, I want you home. But Johnny's a man of the road. Oh please, Johnny, don't go.
Oh, man. That's good stuff.
Thank you.
Wow. Sorry.
You got a little emotional about that one, didn't you?
That's really nice. I really like that.
Thank you.
Wow. So, and that's not even coming out yet. You're going to have to wait for that. That's what you got to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you go see her live. Do you play that one live?
I
or-
do. Yep.
Oh, there you go. Gotta go check her out. Oskaloosa is isn't far from Pella, is it?
No, it's not. We're about 20 miles south of there.
Okay. So do you play the Tulip Fest?
I have not played a Tulip Fest yet. I'm kind of waiting for somebody to ask me to do that.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Anyway, thank you, Brittany Sword, for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, this has been great.
And I'll be back next week. Brittany, you can come back if you want. Probably won't be. Anyway, I'll be back next week, same time, 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock. And no live guest yet next week. But the following week, J. Jeffrey Messerol will be here. Until then, don't forget to reuse, repurpose, reduce, and recycle. I'm Billy Rose, and I love ya.
KMCN, at 94.7 FM, Clinton, Iowa.
Awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook, everybody.